Well, new basketball season officially gets underway Saturday with the annual Hoosier Hysteria. But for the third time in 6 years, there'll be a different coach leading the team. Pat Bean reports.
You can forgive IU basketball fans for being overly enthusiastic about the start of a new season under a new coach. After all, it's a fan base hungry for a return to the glory years of IU basketball.
Our fans would be crazy like that if we were 0-32. So I think that, especially with having a whole new reset and a lot of buzz around the team, I think that it's really positive.
That reset was the hiring of former Hoosier star Mike Woodson in March as the head coach following the firing of Archie Miller, whose final two teams tied for 10th in the Big Ten. IU didn't beat Purdue in Miller's 4 years as a coach. Woodson was a two-time All-American at IU in the late 1970s and spent the past 40 years in the NBA as a player, then as a coach. And when his alma mater called, Woodson jumped at the chance to turn the program around.
I came back here for one reason and one reason only, man, is to put this team back on top.
Getting there won't be easy. Indiana hasn't won a Big Ten title since 2016, but Woodson does have a preseason second-team All-American in Trace Jackson-Davis to build his team around. Woodson also brought in a handful of transfers to fill immediate holes, including guard Xavier Johnson and forward Miller Kopp. Both started the 2 exhibition games this summer in the Bahamas, which served as much as a bonding experience as practice for the Hoosiers.
This team is probably, by far, right now, is probably my favorite team that I've been on. I'm not saying there's any bad blood with any of the other guys, but it's different. I think, in the last few years that I was here, we had little groups that everyone would hang out with, but now it's just our whole team.
Jackson-Davis credits Woodson with much of the attitude change, and for him not opting to enter the NBA draft and return to Indiana.
There was no bad anything. He was perfect. The transition was so smooth. He came in and he really just brought almost like a positive vibe right from the get-go. I mean, he convinced me to stay in 10 minutes.
Woodson not only brings almost a decade of head coaching experience in the NBA to the equation, he has strong ties to the program's past, when competing for a Big Ten title was a given and hanging banners a possibility. All Woodson has to do to remind his team of what can be accomplished is point up.
Before practice every day, we huddle up and we look at the banners. We look at the Big Ten championship, and then we look at the 5 titles. And he says, that's our goal. We're going to start with the Big Ten championship, and that's our goal from day one.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Pat Bean.
Fans can get their first look at the men's and women's team during Hoosier Hysteria, 4 p.m. Saturday at Assembly Hall. Doors open at 2:30 p.m. Admission is free, but fans are asked to bring a canned food item for donation.